Kidasi.
Ricardo, nice to meet you. Pleasure. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming.
you for
Please have a
having me.
seat. Please have a seat.
Will do. This is my portfolio. It just has a few things: my resume, cover letter, and then some documentation, some certifications.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
yeah, of
Thank
course,
you.
Of course.
Oh, wow. Okay. Nice resume. It's extensive.
Thank you.
So, you're here. So tell me a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so I recently graduated from California State University Channel Islands in their Bachelor's of Science in Nursing program. I graduated summa cum laude. With that, I've also just had a pretty good amount of healthcare experience. Worked as a CNA for about 3-4 years, and then I transitioned into the hospitals, working at Goleta Valley Cottage Hospital as a patient care tech, and Santa Barbara Cottage Hospital as a medical ICU tech.
Nice, nice. It's a good experience there for sure.
Thank you.
Something that we look at. So what brings you to Johns Hopkins? Like, what exactly piqued your interest with our organization?
Well, so, I mean, not only is it a very prestigious institution that we have, but also I think the evidence-based practice is huge. I mean, this is the epitome of what patient care is all about. Going to the evidence, making sure that you have objective data based on articles, studies, findings. I think it's very important for us as nurses to be implementing that, and that really piqued my interest in being here.
Perfect. So you now know our background. Obviously, you've seen our research and what we do and what we're about.
Use it a
So
lot
that-
in school.
So,
Yeah.
you know, and that's another challenge in itself. But let me ask you this: can you share with me a situation where you had with a challenging coworker or anything that could have happened, like how you dealt with that?
Yeah, so when I was working at an Alzheimer's long-term care facility, it was like 6:30 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
I get to the floor, we get our patient assignments, and I go to one room and get the patient prepared for the day. And there was one of the nurses that was, coming in. She came in and was, I mean, honestly being a little unprofessional, saying some very vulgar language very early in the morning. And, I mean, at the time, I feel like I was very immature to do this, but I had made a statement saying, it's too early to be cursing. And I'd say around like 7:15 in the morning, she comes into the room where I'm doing the patient care and curses me out, coincidentally, yeah. And so, at first I was just like flabbergasted that happened, but then I really sat for a little bit, I'd say like 5-10 minutes, and I was like, I don't want my whole day to just be like tarnished because of, something that I may have said or was interpreted. So I went to her at the nursing station and apologized. I told her, hey, like, I hope I didn't come from somewhere that may have hurt your feelings or that was not professional, but I just want to apologize for what I said. And, I hope that we can be okay moving forward. And she accepted my apology, actually bought me food later that day, and it ended up being a good shift. So, yeah.
That's amazing. And you tend to go to the individual that you may be having some difficulties and misunderstandings on your own prior to.
Absolutely. I mean, life is too short, and I mean, ultimately, we are here for one purpose, and that's to take care of the patient, right? So I really try to mitigate or just try to any potential conflict that may arise. I want that squashed. We're a team, and I feel like me as myself, I'm an easygoing person. So if there is any situation, I don't mind taking the bullet, to make sure that everything is good. So
I like
we can
that.
get the patient care done.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I see that communication happens to be one of your strengths. Can you share another strength?
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm very eager in terms of learning. I really want to understand like the complexity and really understand the prognosis and the diagnosis of the patient. I want so that I am not only prepared to take care of the patient, but we're also just being safe, right? I think another thing for me is I'm very calm, especially in critical situations. I think that's something that I've developed working as a unit care technician in the medical ICU, and I feel like that's something that I will be able to translate when I'm working as a nurse potentially here.
Okay. So then how about some of your weaknesses? Do you have any weaknesses that you can share with us?
I think one weakness is I can be a little bit competitive, for the better or worse. Sometimes I'll take things and internally I'll just reflect and be like, dang, like I should have done this, maybe I could have done that. And sometimes, instead of being a little bit optimistic, I'll just beat myself a little bit down too much. But I've worked on that. I'd say recently, as of now, it's kind of I've realized that you can't really do everything right. You're gonna make mistakes. Life's gonna happen. You're gonna fall, but it's how you get back and how you move forward. So
That's great. Very impressive. I like that mindset.
thank you.
So do you have any questions for me?
Yeah. So what would I guess in terms of Johns Hopkins and working as a new grad here, what are the types of what is the room of growth, I guess, for a new grad nurse, and what are some competencies that we'd be able to do, or is there any room for potential growth in like the next if I were to be here for 3-5 years, like what options would be available to me, if that makes sense?
That is a great question, and we actually promote growth. We want our staff to be at the highest knowledge, at the highest skills possible. And we don't just say that, we actually support that. We have training seminars, we have academic reimbursements, we have special, training on site. It just depends on the limits that you put on yourself. But anything that drives our staff, our team, our family to grow, we're gonna give full support to that. I mean, our reputation has, as you said, spoken for itself. Our literature is out there. We've become a very valuable resource to the community, to the country. And we definitely always try to inspire those for more greatness, always.
That's excellent. I mean, that's music to my ears.
Perfect. All right, Mr. Kidasi, thank you for taking the time and coming to see us. We really appreciate you coming in. Of course. And we will be in contact with you momentarily, okay?
Excellent.
You have an amazing day and take care.
Thank you.